Hi there, this is Ian, and this is going to be our online TEFL courses and TESOL courses. Worth it. So first off, requirements. Usually, I can't speak for all places, but in Asia, where I'm pretty familiar with, you usually need to have a degree, 4-year degree, and to be a native speaker. So if you have those two things, it's going to probably you can get a job with just those qualifications. So, and an online TEFL courses. So is it worth it? So they're not usually required. However, some schools can prefer TEFL certificates. And I would say in most cases, online TEFL certificates are acceptable. However, there are some cases where they are not. And more often in places in like the Middle East, or in schools that are more prestigious or like on the higher end. Yet the schools that often don't accept online courses are usually schools that have, these are high-end schools. They're looking for seasoned teachers with years of experience. So if you don't have any experience, and let's say you have an online certificate, or you have an in-class certificate, or maybe even have a CELTA certificate, it's probably not going to matter for these schools. Why? Because they're looking for seasoned teachers with experience. And yes, having a certificate would help a little bit, but compared to experience, or compared to like a teaching, if you have like an actual, if you're a licensed teacher in your home country, or if you have a master's degree, for these schools, it's not going to make a difference whether it was in class or online, or if it was a CELTA or a Trinity TESOL certificate, okay? Won't matter. So for the schools that it does matter, it really doesn't matter, if that makes any sense. So those are the schools that won't accept them. But again, most schools will accept them. And so for the schools that will accept them, EPIC in Korea, for example. So to teach in the EPIC program in Korea, now they've changed their requirements, if I understand correctly. If you do not have experience teaching, or you do not have a related degree, so if you don't have experience teaching or related degrees, such as some kind of an English degree or whatnot, or experience, you need to take a TEFL course that has an in-class component for the teaching, which is like maybe 10 or 20 hours. You can check their site to be certain, but I think that's how it is now. But other than that, most schools in Asia, China, Korea, Taiwan, and Japan will accept an online course. And often will accept you without any course. But, basically because it's not legally required in most situations. So basically it's like a preference. So if you don't have any experience, having taken a course is going to make your resume look a little bit better. So for the job, is it worth it? It's probably not going to hurt, But more importantly than the job comes the teaching. So it might help you get in the door, might make you look a little bit better than the person who doesn't have a certificate or experience. But more importantly than the job is the teaching, okay? Because that will get you there, but what are you going to do when you get there? What are you going to do on that first day when they put you in that classroom and they close the door behind you? And then you got a classroom full of kids or students and you have to teach. So what are you going to do? So then that's when I think the course you take matters. Take a practical course. So anyways, that's basically my input on if it's worth it or are they worth it or not. Online online courses are cheaper than in-class courses. It depends on the course, so I'm going to do a little research on it. Try to find out about what they're going to teach you in the course. It's my 2 cents on it, so all I have to say. Good night, and thank you.